Good morning, sweet fart, and welcome to the No Dunks podcast presented by Fart Duel. It's Thursday, Fart 19th, 2026. I'm J.E. Skeets here in the Fart Factory. I just ripped one, and it stinks. Alongside me, as always, it's Tass Mellis.
If only I had the hat from yesterday that said Little Ripper on it.
That was a big ripper.
You'd be wearing that, baby.
Next to him, it's my top shot hot boy, Trey Kirby.
Ayo.
Hey-yo. And last but not least, making the magic happen, super producer, JD.
Has not reached me yet.
Yeah, I don't think it will. It's already quickly dissipated. But, you know, when your own farts gross you out, that's a bad fart. So apologies. Apologies to everyone. Happened right before we went live. On today's show, we're going to discuss some NBA draft prospects to watch this March Madness. That tips today. What time? 12:10? What do they do here?
Is that when?
I don't know.
Yeah, we definitely got some afternoon games.
Yeah. It's all day. And we are going to recap a few of last night's NBA games and performances. But first, breaking news from Shams this morning. Pistons star Cade Cunningham has been diagnosed with a collapsed lung and is expected to miss an extended period of time. So Cade left Tuesday's game against the Wizards with what the team described as back spasms. We talked about it, right? Trey Johnson sort of fell on him there by accident, sort of tweaked his back, or so we thought. He gave it a go, played a couple more possessions, but then ultimately left and didn't return to the ball. And they said it was back spasms, but now, Tass, mild. I didn't know that was a thing with a collapsed lung, but that's what they're saying. And, you know, doing a quick Dr. Google search here, it seems like that could be a couple weeks. If it is that mild, obviously could be more severe.
Yes, I believe small lung collapse is what's happening in the old internet as far as we go, as far as medical concerns go. But yes, mild is what Shams is calling it. A number of weeks, or a period of weeks is what Shams is calling it. So I think here, March 19th, very unclear as to how long it's going to last, but it's going to last multiple weeks.
Yeah.
They're still diagnosing what is going on there, but this could be the end of the Detroit Pistons this season. They're not playing their best ball. And for Cade to be leaving and not coming back for multiple weeks, and probably not going to be Cade Cunningham MVP candidate right out the bat as soon as he comes back, yeah, this could be the end of their season, essentially.
Oh, yeah. Terrible timing for Cade, for the Pistons. I mean, depending on how long he's out, this could take him out of the awards race completely. If he misses basically the rest of the season, if he's not able to make it back until like the second round of the playoffs, that pretty much puts them out of title, or at least Eastern Conference contention for me. So, yeah, I mean, Shams said there was some optimism he'll make it back for the playoffs. I looked up some things. Last three guys I could find with collapsed lungs: Gerald Wallace in 2009. He missed 3 weeks. Terrence Jones, 2015, 2 weeks. CJ McCollum, 2023, he missed 4 weeks. So depending on the severity, he could be done till the end of the season. Yeah. He could be back in a couple of weeks here, still miss a chunk of games. I guess that's the best case scenario. But yeah, if they don't have Cade at full strength, they got no chance.
Yeah. Do you even have them? Let's just hypothetically say he's out for the rest of the regular season and is going to even miss like a first round matchup. And let's say, for again sake of argument, they keep the number 1 seed. Dennis Jenkins comes in, plays okay. They have a 3.5 game lead on the Celtics. Let's just say they keep it. Do you think they could still get by one of those teams that would be in the 8th spot? So could be the Raps, could be the Magic, could be the Hawks, could be the Heat, like these teams. Would you favor one of those teams coming out of the play-in, or would you think the Pistons could still beat them without Cade?
Without Cade Cunningham,
Yeah.
I would favor one of those teams in a situation like that. It's not going to be the Raps. They're already in 5th, baby. But as far as one of those teams,
close,
Magic,
yeah.
Hawks, no, I would favor one of those teams.
Yeah.
But again, what Shams is choosing to term this as a period of weeks. He's not saying several weeks. He's not saying a long time. So we can be optimistic. But a period of weeks, that means at least 2. And
yes.
so it's not several. If you said several, it's 3 or more. But in this case, we don't know. And I know Shams is not being extremely clear with it, because I don't think the Detroit Pistons know at this point. He's saying here on March 19th, this is what we're going to call it, and we shall see. But as far as those teams go, I think you'd want at least Cade Cunningham to be coming back and playing in the first round. I know you want him coming back as soon as possible, but I think you could see them winning with Cade in the first round against a bunch of those teams, at least, even if it's not 100% Cade. I think they could still win. a round and then get to the second round. But I still think they hold on to this 1 seed because they have the tiebreaker with the Boston Celtics. So the Celtics have to beat them. Have to beat them and have a better record than them, I should say, before the first round. So
yeah, they'll probably hold on to the 1 seed, but I would take whoever wins the 8 seed over the Pistons without Cade.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
I mean, again, hopefully we're overreacting here, and he's back in 2 weeks, and he's back to sort of that MVP level, and they get rolling again here as they get into the postseason.
Because they're not cooking right now.
Yeah. But man, this would be an absolute bummer to an
Terrible
incredible
timing,
season for them, and what a turnaround in his play and all that. And like you said, like he's at 61 games played. He hasn't hit the 65 game threshold yet. If he were to miss like the rest of the regular season, that'd be wild. This guy was like a top MVP guy all season long. Obviously was going to make an all NBA team, maybe first, at least second. And now that's up in the air if he doesn't come back and play in a couple more games. Along with a bunch of other guys that are like right on the precipice too. We could have the most insane all NBA teams. Or guys that would have made all NBA teams is what I should have said in the end, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, and I suppose it did happen when he was hit. Somebody fell on him there.
Yeah, Trey Johnson the third on him.
Yeah, we got a tiny leak between the lung and the chest wall, as MD says out there. We're looking forward to the Brian Suter report to see what he believes. But as you said, you went through the history of it. It could be 3 weeks. And we're 4+ weeks from the playoffs.
Yep. So. Schumann here in the stream team mentions Pistons are 5-2 without Cade this season.
True.
Wins against the Bulls twice, Philadelphia, Indiana, and New Orleans. So not the greatest competition.
No.
Their losses are against the Clippers and the Nets.
Yeah.
So I mean, it'll be probably a toss-up most nights for the Pistons without Cade.
Sure.
But they've got basically a 5-game buffer over the Celtics. So seeding isn't a huge worry, I don't think, for them, but him getting back and getting into shape definitely is the concern.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about last night's games. Let's start with the only entertaining game. There was a lot of blowouts last night, but Luka dropped 40. LeBron added 30. Lakers stretch their win streak to 7 straight. They beat the Rockets back-to-back here in Houston. This was a close game, Tass, but once again, the Lakers making all the clutch plays. And I mean, LeBron was special, and we'll talk about him, but Luka, just the takeover there in the fourth quarter, the couple times that he split the double team, the trap up top, that one behind the back was extra special. That even impressed him because he then threw the alley-oop to Rui on that one, had LeBron another one, then he hit the 3-pointer that basically iced the game. He completely took over. And he was like laughing the whole time and dancing the whole time and talking
fun.
shit to people in the front row. He was feeling it.
Oh, he was awesome from the get-go. He was talking trash to that was it a pair of people, just one person in the front row. It's so weird because I was trying to find out who's he yelling at, but then you see there's a Luka Doncic jersey like right behind that person, but he finds somebody to yell at. And yeah, the one to LeBron, who I wanted to start with. I mean, it's LeBron, dude. It's 41 years old. This guy dunked 6 times in a game. He's 41. He's got more dunks this season than he had last season, and he played 22 fewer games this season than what he did last season. He's about to tie Robert Parrish for the most games played in the history of the NBA in just one more game, and he was throwing down those dunks. And he had that help block early in the fourth quarter when the Rockets were making their run to really help out. So the energy, he was showing up. The alley-oop where he had to cock back. He lost Dorian Finney-Smith on the outside. He faked to go up top, backdoored him. He even dropped Dorian Finney-Smith with a dribble like 2 plays later, but luckily it was just a foul on Jackson Hayes, so that doesn't make the highlights for him. But I mean, he's playing his best ball of the season. I don't think there's any doubt about that. He's shooting 62% in March. It got bumped up because of last night, but he's shooting 58% in March going into this game. So he's awesome. But yeah, he sealed it when Luka was doubled out on the perimeter at half court. And then Luka gave it up and got it right back and had to spin on Şengün, lost him, and then threw that alley-oop to the sprinting LeBron from the corner for the alley-oop with 1:30 left. So it all starts with Luka. There's no doubt. But old man LeBron has to get lots of love because of what he's friggin' doing here at 41 years. I'm not windying it here. I'm not pulling the Brian Windhorse last night who's praising LeBron, but come on. I mean, this is spectacular stuff.
So Spectacular is right. 6 dunks is the most he's had in a game in 9 years. They were talking to him, or they were talking to the other Lakers about the last time LeBron went 13 of 14 from the field, and DeAndre Ayton's like, I was 12. That's a man now. That's amazing how the longevity and to see him be such a monster in transition as well. That's what I think is part of the reason LeBron is shooting this great percentage, 63% in March. He's bought into being the transition guy, being the third option, hitting wide open corner threes. He's just a play finisher right now, able to pick his spots, and looks completely bought into the team and realizes that they got a chance to win because they do have Luka Doncic. I'm watching this game, I'm thinking, I'm getting a new pair of basketball shoes soon. Am I getting the KD 18 or am I getting the Luka 5? Whoever wins, I'm going to order those.
Jeez,
Yeah.
high stakes.
Yeah, and then Luka went nuts because all of the points he was generating for the Lakers there during the takeover, all of them were highlights. There was no easy baskets. There were no simple assists. It was a crazy spin move to get an alley-oop. It was finding Rui Hachimura in the corner, and somehow Rui makes a 3 when the ball hit the bottom of the rim. I still don't understand how that one went in from the corner. But Luka generated 15 straight points for the Lakers over the course of 4 minutes that really blew this game out for LA. And I love to see LeBron get the ball in the corner, give it back to Luka and say, just do something cool. Then he hits the step back 3 to really, the dagger, I thought. And, you know, he celebrated. He yelled at people. Is he happy? Is he upset? It's impossible to say, but he's swearing the entire time. And that was just special stuff to see 30 from LeBron pretty easily, and then 40 from Luka in just complete highlight mode. And they're doing a good job defensively as well. The Rockets, I thought, were better this time around than they were in their previous matchup. Yeah, they had Şengün. He mattered. I thought Amen Thompson was a little bit more aggressive, looking to get his shot, but still, they held Kevin Durant to 2 attempts in the fourth quarter. They still don't have a good fourth quarter offense in Houston, even though they had a little bit better flow last night.
Kevin Durant in 2 close fourth quarters this week against the Lakers, 17 minutes, 5 points on 2 of 5 shooting, 1 assist, 3 turnovers, -10. That's just fourth quarter action there against the Lakers. Houston -16 in total in those 2 fourth quarters. They lost the games by a combined 16. So it's like came down to the clutch time once again. The Lakers have been dominant in close games, and the Rockets really have not and have fallen apart here. And, you know, they had an awesome third quarter. The Rockets were like, you know, they were getting me believing again. I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. When they're rolling, they look like one of the elite teams. But that was just for the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, it was the Lakers. Luka, man, you're right. That like those 2 plays where he was splitting the traps and then throwing. And here's the best thing about Luka: he's talking shit to fans. He's not talking shit to the officials. He has really toned down the Luka complaining. Now, why is that? Probably because he's at 15 technical fouls. And one more is a 1-game suspension. I think Lakers fans need to ask Silver and the league to like put 14 or 15 technical fouls immediately on Luka's resume at the start of next season. He plays better when he gets close to this line. This has happened before with him where he like sort of cuts that crap out and just gets back to like kicking ass. And because he's like right there, and the next one would obviously miss a game, and they're in a race for all these seatings. So
or
it was awesome.
Get a fan who wears referee stripes in the front row, because that's who he's yelling at.
Sure, yeah, there you go.
He's literally yelling at one fan and looking at one fan, and that's what gets him going. That's what gets him splitting these doubles or saying, all right, I'm going at the double again. As I said, he gives it up to DeAndre Ayton, who's setting the pick, and gets it back and then splits the double. And that's the difference between Luka and Kevin Durant in fourth quarters, is that Luka has no problems with those doubles. And it's very different for Kevin Durant, being the giant that he is, having to handle those doubles the same way from the perimeter. But they definitely made it different and got Kevin Durant off the ball more, didn't have to bring it up as many times, and they were better at the 4-on-3s, but Luka's perfected the 4-on-3s, or he says, screw it, I don't need to pass out of it. He doesn't need to pass to DeAndre Ayton at the free throw line, although that worked at times too. DeAndre Ayton is awesome, but Luka was doing so many things. And speaking of DeAndre Ayton, the question was coming into this season, who is going to support this top 3 of LeBron and Luka and Austin Reeves? Do they have any guys? And now the question is, who's not supporting? It's DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart in the starting lineup. Here comes Luke Kennard being a connector or breaking down somebody sprinting out at him. Jake LaRavia handling it defensively, shooting the 3. Rui obviously doing the exact same thing. So they got 3 guys off the bench doing that steadily. They perfected it. Right now they are perfecting it. JJ Redick is...
He's a good coach.
Yeah. I love the audio on him, just just what he's doing to try and get them motivated. He's doing something that I think is just smart for anybody. The compartmentalizing of he calls them shifts, just 3 more shifts, which he's talking about like stops, 3 more stops. He's 3 more shifts. You just got to sprint from one side of the court to the other side of the court 3 or 4 times. Let's do this. So he's just making them think a certain way, and it's obviously working.
I was thinking about your hand-drawn pyramid last night, watching the Lakers pull out this victory again. Wondering, where would you have them in that pyramid if we were to redo it here? I guess that's the question. Like, have the Lakers clearly jumped? Have they, jumped up to the tier with the Thunder and the Spurs? Are they in their own tier? Do you have them above these teams that are struggling? We'll get to the Nuggets, and obviously the Rockets are there, and the Wolves. Where do you have them?
Interesting. I would maybe now, if I was doing it, well, today, after a couple of fun clutch wins for the Lakers, they would probably be third for me.
Yeah.
I would bump Denver down. I would put the Lakers ahead of Minnesota and Denver at this point, and then probably still behind the Spurs, because, they're still rolling as well. But I would have them in tier 2. I mean, for me, they're a dark horse title contender, but they're looking more and more like a realistic piece of the pie title contender.
Yeah, DeAndre Ayton playing at another level helps. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Where he
and
does.
And LeBron playing like a supercharged Aaron Gordon.
Yes.
People are comparing him to, and you're like, oh yeah, off the ball way more. Obviously out there for defensive purposes, locked in, screaming for these alley oops like Jokic throwing to Aaron Gordon. It's just Luka throwing to LeBron. It's like, I mean, he plays like that. Jesus, sure.
Yeah, again, this is the best ball of the season. And it doesn't help, only playing 48 games to this point just to keep them as fresh as possible. I know we're still a month away to see them, lock up that 3 seed. It's still tough for them to lock it up. They could still fall down, but yes, the way they're playing, and Luka, that was the most threes he's taken in his career, tying for the most that he's taken before, 17 threes. Like, he feels awesome. and then it starts to trickle down. We question them coming into the season because there are question marks there. There's size questions, but somehow all these guys are playing at an elite level.
Here's how you know the Lakers are back. Magic Johnson is tweeting about them.
Let's go.
Magic tweeted last night the Lakers are contenders in the West because of their outstanding improvement on defense. That's a fair point for Magic. It's been a total team effort, starting with man-to-man defense, and the rotations and communication have been excellent. Says a lot about the great job J.J. Redick is doing. The Lakers are the most exciting team to watch in the NBA. Good tweet, Magic. For Magic, that's, actually had sort of takes.
It's good.
It wasn't just straight facts. Like, usually gives the record of the Lakers and the seeding.
True.
Like, we know that. But okay, he had some thoughts there. So Magic is in, and he sees them as a contender here in the West.
Still tweeting. Magic.
Still tweeting.
Nice, man. Good for him.
Final thought on them. Where do you have Luka now in the MVP race?
Fourth?
Because he is dominating.
Probably 4th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in order, you have SGA, or whatever order you have, SGA, Jokic still above him. And then who did you have
Wemby.
third? You have Wemby. Okay, 4th.
Yeah, but I mean, he's making a hard charge, and he's going to
Sure
lead the
is.
league in scoring, and now he's putting up 40 every night, it feels like, hitting a bunch of clutch shots as well. The clutch record will definitely help with getting him votes, even though a lot of their clutch wins early in the season were, a couple of seconds at
Sure.
the end of the game, but it counts.
Yep.
And he has hit a ton of big shots, and it feels a little bit like second year of Heat with Wade and LeBron, where it's like finally LeBron is in the Wade role, where he's like, hey, this is your team now, taking it over.
Yeah. And you said it, Tess. You slipped in there. That was LeBron's 1,610th regular season game. So one shy of the record. But he also has the record already for most games played when you count the playoffs. It always makes me laugh. He's over 1,900 games played. LeBron is, because he's played so many.
I mean, he's technically already tied as well because he played in the first NBA Cup, which doesn't go down for a regular season or postseason game.
Wow. Wow. Nice.
Robert Parrish didn't
Eat
do
your heart
that.
out, Robert
Robert
Parrish.
Parrish could never have played in an NBA Cup game. Literally couldn't. Didn't exist. All right. Any other Lakers thoughts? Luka thoughts? LeBron thoughts?
I thought JJ was funny in post game. He's like, I can still touch the rim, but then I can't walk for 3 days after. Then he talked about the 4 burners theory, which you got from James Clear. The 4 burners of energy you have to keep going: work, health, family, and friends. He said friends and health, not good for him right now.
No, he's just too busy.
He's locked in.
Yeah.
He's way too locked in.
Fair enough.
Work, family. That's all he does in the regular season, apparently. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to 2 surprising outcomes last night. So I want to lump them together. Sadiq Bey scored 25. Trey Murphy had 23. Pelicans got the victory over the Clippers. Kawhi played. but they won 124-109. And then we had Ty Jerome leading the Grizzlies past the Nuggets, a game in which Jokic and Murray played. There was no Aaron Gordon, but Grizzlies beat them 125-118 to stop an 8-game slide. Trey, I'll start with you on this one. More surprising loss, the Clippers last night or the Nuggets?
It's got to be the Nuggets because at least the Pelicans are trying to win right now. They look like a real team. They got all their vets healthy. They're playing all of their older players. And as we've talked about, they're trying to make the play, and it's not going to happen. But at least they're trying to win. The Grizzlies are not. They don't have a legitimate center on their roster. They got their roster. I was thinking Omax Prosper on the roster, and he's their center at the beginning of the game. I think the Nuggets lately, I've been calling these losses they had against the Lakers, against the Thunder, where they're just losing by the skin of their teeth, encouraging losses because they're playing defense. They look like they're competitive. It's just not going their way in a coin toss at the end. This was a discouraging loss, and they're really struggling against scoring guards lately. In their last 6 games, they've seen Ty Jerome last night go for 21, 9, and 9. Reeves had 32. Luka had 30 and 13 in their game. Fox had 27 and 9. Castle had 30 and 10 in their game against the Spurs. And SGA went for 35 and 15. They just do not have the quickness to stick with anybody who can handle the ball in the perimeter and get their own shot. Christian Brown was getting torched last night. Bruce Brown. They tried Spencer Jones. They tried Cam Johnson. They tried everything on Ty Jerome, and he was just able to get into pick and rolls and do his little dance and get to his floater or create for somebody else. The lack of athleticism was killing the Nuggets, I really thought, last night. They only forced 10 turnovers. Jokic, to me, took too long to get into scoring mode. He only took 3 shots in the first half against a team that literally doesn't have a center. I mean, they play a lot of small guys. They play a lot of 5-out basketball, and you can see in the second half, Jokic was making more concerted effort to take the game into his hands. He went 9 of 16 in the second half. That was great. 12 of his shots came in the fourth quarter as they're trying to close this game out. I think he could have been more aggressive in the first half. He was looking to pass. He was sloppy with the turnovers. It looked like a second night of a back-to-back kind of night. It looked like they thought they'd be able to flip the switch, turn it on, and run away in the second half, which we've seen the Nuggets do quite a few times in the past 3 or 4 seasons. They're one of the flip-switchingest teams out there, but the lack of defense they have on the perimeter is a real problem because if you get past the first line of defense, there's not going to be a second line of defense right now. So until Peyton Watson comes back, they really don't have a chance on the outside.
Hey, don't kick yourself for saying Rosper instead of roster. At the beginning of this show, I was trying to think of MD instead of what popped in my brain was ED, because we have a potential sponsor here on this show for erectile dysfunction, and I was looking at that earlier, and so nothing was coming out of my head. I was
that's what erectile dysfunction is.
Yeah. Nothing. That isn't an issue at this point. But saying MD when I'm trying to say ED was. As far as the Denver Nuggets go, it's partly a schedule loss. This was a rescheduled game from January that was plopped in there. They had to fly there last night. I know we always say, what time did they land and all that, and that is not an excuse, but I'm going to throw it in there.
I think the Grizzlies took advantage of it, too. Like, they were, like, pressing, full-court defense. Like, they're like, our best chance to maybe win this game is just, like, go deep on our bench. Like, so many guys played for them. I know some of it was maybe they were trying to lose it at the end, but, like, they really pressed the pace, and that was wise coaching decision because they knew they were getting maybe a tired team here in Denver.
Yeah. The Nuggets definitely do this, where they aren't playing for 4 quarters. It is a bit of a championship hangover. I know it's multiple years, but they don't come out and kick teams' ass. And as Trey was saying, the Grizzlies' athleticism showed out in this game, especially in that third quarter when they come out of their locker room at home to beat this team that flew in last night and landed at 4:19 in the morning. Katie Wingy, who's part of the Nuggets broadcast, said, my head to pillow was 5:30 a.m.
Wow.
So
my head to pillow.
My head to pillow, as she called it. Now, that's their 16th back-to-back for the Denver Nuggets, the second half of a back-to-back, most in the NBA, but somehow they've been good at it, even since last season. There's 32 combined back-to-backs. They're 22-10 in the second half of back-to-backs. That's the best record in the NBA. That's really, really good over the last 2 years. But you could see that the Grizzlies wanted to run it down their throat. Beat them in fast break. Beat them off the bench, 43-18. While the Nuggets played the night before, guys like Ty Jerome had 4 days off before this game. He sat out a game. G.G. Jackson, lots of athleticism. He had 5 days off. They sit Aaron Gordon in this game because of the hamstring management. So it was yeah, definitely more of a Nuggets loss, I think, and definitely disappointing here as the standings are really, really important for them. They could have hopped over the Rockets last night. They did not.
Yeah, and Jokic had 10 turnovers, and 9 of them were bad passes or just sloppy with the ball and lost it in like a double team coming from the Grizzlies. Like only one was, I think, like an offensive foul, like a moving pick, let's call it. He was really bad with the ball, and he's been quite bad for this like last couple weeks. The turnover numbers are high. He still fills the box score, all the other stats, but you don't want, that's the TOV. You don't want a high number there. Last I checked, and 10's like embarrassing for a guy like him. And he had a 9 turnover game not long ago, and he's just been really sloppy with it. So that's a bad loss. Now I will say, like some people are saying, the sky is falling with Denver. Like it's definitely not their year. All that. You go back to the championship year. 3 years ago, they lost 4 in a row at one point. They went 7-7 in March. They were losing to bad teams, I even remember. And of course, they go on to win the title. And then even last year, like they got waxed by Portland. They fired their coach with like 2 weeks to go. It's sort of like, oh, they're here. This is a completely lost season. They took OKC, the defending champs, to game 7. Like put up a hell of a fight. So point is, like sometimes we can overreact to this. I don't. Maybe you're like not convinced it's their year, but they've done before. They've had like a really bad March, whatever, quiet run at the end, and then they kick it up a notch and play us in the postseason. So
this is true.
Maybe it happens again.
As far as the Clippers-Pelicans game, I know we've been talking about a Pelicans team that may go into this offseason and say, oh, we're going to give this one more chance.
Oh, hell
right?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because DeJounte Murray, you can find all the reasons.
You call Michelle Beadle now. We're running it back, baby.
Right? Yeah. Because DeJounte Murray comes back from the Achilles and looks awesome late in the season here to lead this team. But then you got Zion. He's been the healthiest he's been. You can start to look at all of these reasons. You see Trey Murphy's dunk last night. He's had an incredible year. He shot 200 threes. Look at all the reasons you can find to say we're doing this one more time with a healthy DeJounte Murray leading our 5. I mean, their starting 5 is good.
Yeah.
When you look at it. Call Michelle Beadle.
Call Parsons. Call Lou Williams.
Yeah.
DeMarcus Cousins, too.
And
Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders, yeah.
Yeah, he's a running back.
Barry's.
Call him. See what he has to say about it.
I thought it was an ED joke. Maybe no.
No, he's got a firm one. Trust me. That's why he retired early.
JD, throw up the playoff picture, please.
throw up the ED picture.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Please.
Denver remains percentage points behind Houston for 5th place in the West, and they fell a game behind 4th place, Minnesota. So we're showing you the playoff picture for all you podcast listeners. Right now, 4-5, Wolves, Rockets, 3-6, Lakers, Nuggets. Obviously, Thunder, Spurs, 1-2 in the West. So, yeah, these are big, big games. I mean, especially when you drop one to the Grizzlies, when you're in basically, a tie with like 3 other teams. That's going to hurt. Could hurt at the end. But maybe they want to play the Lakers. I don't know. Maybe they're playing chess, not checkers. I don't know. Maybe they want the 3-6. You avoid the Thunder side of the bracket until the Western Conference Final. Gee, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's gonna be jockey mode. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. The Clippers didn't start Chris Dunn for the first time since November 5th. I thought that was something. Now that John Collins is back, combined with Kawhi coming back from the ankle, this was an opportunity for them to get a little closer to the Phoenix Suns in the 7th spot, who are losing games, especially with Dylan Brooks and Mark Williams being out. But now the Clippers have lost 3 in a row. An interesting choice, I thought, by Ty Lue to sit Chris Dunn. But they got the Pelicans again tonight. We're going to see him again tonight.
That's right.
Run it back. Who are
we calling? Christian Okoye?
Wednesday night results, JD. I wasn't kidding when I said there was like a million blowouts. Look at this. The Celtics crushed the Warriors. The Thunder spanked the Nets. The Nets had 24 points, is it, at half? Yeah. That sounds like a mistake, I know, but they had 24 points at the half.
Yeah, they did.
They ended with 92. Correct. It was a great second half. Hawks ran their win streak up to 11. They crushed the Mavs. The Raptors dominated the Bulls. The Blazers took care of business in Indiana. Minnesota put up 147 points versus the Jazz. So those are some of the other games. Any other takeaways from these blowouts?
Well, SGA got his 20 points last night against the Nets. He went 8 of 9 from the field. He missed his first shot. It was like a wide open floater where it just got tipped him in the lane. He missed it, then went 8 of 8 after that. Didn't take a single 3-pointer. Couldn't totally tell, but it didn't look like there was a single drop of sweat anywhere on his body. Yeah. Maybe a couple on his shoulders or the start of a glistening look.
He checked out like 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, didn't he? And
He
didn't
got his
return.
20th point
Yeah,
with 10 minutes
yeah.
left in the third, subbed out 5 minutes later,
Yeah.
never came back. And I was like, this is how the streak could end. Like he has 19 points, but the Thunder are up by 50 or something like that. That seems the most reasonable way that it ends.
Yeah, I almost
It's
think
more so a
they'll
blowout.
get it for him though too. We sort of
Yeah,
did see them
maybe.
try that a little bit against the Wolves.
Definitely,
when he
definitely,
had to get
yeah.
the late 10, but yeah,
But man, 24 points in the first half.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
that is
That was crazy.
something else.
Yeah. We all wondered, are they going to hit the under of 62.5 wins? Now they're 55-15 through 70 games. So math. They just have to win 8 of their last 12 games. So they should get there, but it's somewhat close, but
Well, yeah,
they'll get there.
That we were wondering that before they went on this 10-game win
Yeah.
streak for sure. And then now you're right. Looks like they should hit the
They
over
should hit, yeah.
quite easily.
I mean, that Raptors blowout of the Bulls was something in that the Raptors have turned it around. The fact that they were using their athleticism, they're pushing it, and they're moving the ball, and that there's just too much movement for the Bulls defense in that game to handle. I think the Yaxel effect is real. Him playing and having a center out there. I mean, he almost got decapacitated. His head was almost taken off by Matas Buzelis. I mean, that was a great attempt that didn't happen. Almost got him.
Almost got him.
Super, super close, but fun team right now.
Yeah, I saw Raptors Republic right. The Raptors beating up on bad teams feels a whole lot better when they got a couple meaningful wins under the belt. Some facts to that. Obviously, beat some winning teams recently here, and then go and take care of the Bulls. Raptors completed the sweep of the 3-game season series. So Raps fans take the No Dunks Bowl this year, but I mean, you're hoping for L's at this point. Also shut down Mickey Mouse Giddy, which was nice. Guy, like you had brought up many times, was on a tear with the triple doubles. I think he had 5 triple doubles over his previous 7 games. He was averaging like 19, 12, and 12. He did dick all last night. Giddy, 9 points, 3 assists, 0 rebounds. None for you. So Mickey Mouse Giddy
Keep him
couldn't
off
even
the
come
glass.
through. Yeah.
Wow.
And then we got to show you this clip. Jonathan Kuminga accidentally hitting a 75-foot basket in the win. The longest basket by a Hawk in the play-by-play era and the 6th longest among all players in the play-by-play era since 97-98, according to Elias Sports. So, yeah, he was trying to throw the pass to Jock Landale, and it just went in. And he had a hilarious reaction where he's like, at first, like, what did I do? What did I wreck? But then he smiles at the end. So what a shot. Number 1 play of the night. Yeah, here he is. See, he's all concerned, but then he's like, ha, ha, ha.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait a second. That's a 3-pointer.
Crazy. I guess the previous longest made basket by a Hawk was a 63-foot bucket by Jason Terry in 2000. So 26 years later, Kuminga now has it. 75 feet. 74, 75 feet.
He's never been a good passer. He hammered it. I don't know what was more surprising, that the ball went in or Jock Landale's shaved head.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
had
it's
it for
been
a couple days.
a little,
Cut, yeah.
yeah.
That was, quick thinking by Jock Landale to not touch it.
Yeah.
He obviously is thinking it's a pass
Yes.
and
Yes.
goes to go get it, like sort of an alley-oop, and then he like at the last second pulls away. So he didn't interfere with it, and then that thing just drops. What a shot.
Is that the
11 straight.
longest shot of the season?
It has to be.
Yeah. I don't know.
What did I say? 6th longest since we've ever tracked these things.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So it's one of
Okay.
the longest shots of all time on record.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's up there.
Yeah, the most recent one was Jokic last year, right?
He had a super long one.
Yeah.
Jay Crowder hit a long one once upon a time.
Oh, Jay Crowder.
High school quarterback.
What a shot from
Name-
Kuminga.
name a quarterback.
11 straight, guys. 11 straight. They haven't done that since we basically moved here to Atlanta. 14-15, I guess.
Wow.
I think was the last time they had a streak that
Was
long.
that the 60
The good
win
year?
season?
I think so.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, yep. Any other thoughts from any of the blowouts?
41 for Bryce Sensabaugh. He's got 2 40-point games this season.
What, does he have 2? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
He had a 43 against the Bulls. They lost both of the games. He's gone for 40, but I'm happy for him when he scores a lot.
All right, guys, this guy's a bucket.
He can score a lot.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, we got some Giannis news here, Tass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Bucks want to shut down Giannis for the remainder of the season after his latest injury, but the 2-time MVP has refused the team's requests. He wants to play again. This is from Shams. Although, I mean, Eric Nim of The Athletic actually sort of had it first, and then Shams, it, spreads like wildfire. But
Nice.
what your take on this new, I guess, Giannis drama with the Bucks?
There's a lot of drama this year.
Yeah. Are you tired of it?
No.
No?
Nah.
I am.
I like it. All right. Yeah, you're done with it.
I like it.
Well, of course he wants to keep playing. That's who he is. He almost had his knee knocked out in the Eastern Conference Final and came back a week later to lead this team to an NBA Finals. He models the off court, the mental game after Kobe. So yes, of course he wants to play, and of course the Bucks want him to sit. And I think they can sell him and say, "Hey, we might deal you to a better situation if we're going to get the most for you. Then you can't get injured again. If you want to do what's best for the Milwaukee Bucks organization, you should sit just in case you don't want to get hurt, because we're going to do you a favor, you're going to do us a favor." And so I think they can sell him on that.
And by all reports, they have been talking about this for a little while, because he has been injured and then sort of came back and got re-injured. So these have been ongoing conversations, I guess. But he's like, no, I
like
I
that.
once said I wanted to become the all-time leading scorer in points, so I gotta play and
that definitely hurts.
get my 30 to ever get there. But what a weird situation. What do you think happens here? Will he continue to play? Will they come to an agreement? Can they convince him?
I understand why they could convince him if he really wants to do the best for the Bucks, because it makes more sense for Giannis to sit. Losing is good for them for the end of this season. Him being healthy is best for their trade request. Ultimately, I think Giannis will play, because I think what the Bucks would want most of all is to please him in any way, shape, or form so that he doesn't request a trade.
Yeah, okay.
And if that means he plays every other game for the rest of the season, I think that's what they would do.
And if you saw how the injury happened, he tweaked his knee. He went into the hallway. The trainers were talking to him, and it sure felt like they talked him into sitting the game out. He comes back on the bench. And actually, after he tweaked the knee, the ball went the other way, and then he stood there and caught a pass as he was, cherry picking in a situation because he was just there, and he went and dunked it. He didn't just sit there and put up a layup. Like he dropped on that knee again, and he looked like he could play. So it's not an injury that's knocking him out immediately, I don't think. I think he can play. It's different than the calf injury, so he could play.
But the point is, they can't get into the play-in now. I mean, I know they're
for
not
sure.
officially eliminated, but they, for all intents and purposes, are, because they're 7.5 games back now.
Again.
So I sort of understood it when he's like, no, I want to play. I want to get us there. We get into a play-in game or a playoff matchup, we could beat anybody. That's his mentality. I get that. But now it's basically a wrap. So they're like, no, don't get more injured. Like you said, whether we're trading you or not. If we're not trading you, we don't want you injured. If we are trading you, we don't want you injured, because we would, in theory, want to get a better package back. And they're trying to do what's right for the organization. I get that. And again, Eric Name said Bucks leadership had already approached Giannis about this idea. So this has been going on for a little bit here. And he was like, no, he firmly rebuffed it, according to Eric's reporting. And that guy's locked in on this team. So this is now it's just made its way to to bigger news with Sean saying it, really.
But he's always had that Mamba mentality. He'll never want to sit. And so we'll see how many games he plays. He's probably not going to play every single game, but I do agree. He'll probably play a couple more, and then they'll officially be eliminated. And then maybe he'll sit a few more. But it is an odd situation, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're looking at March Madness and some NBA draft prospects.
Right now, new FanDuel customers can get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day for 10 days if your bet loses. Here's how it works. Place a tournament bet using the token. If it doesn't win, you'll get up to $300 back in bonus bets every single day for 10 straight days. That's 10 chances to play all tourney long. From game props and money lines to spreads, totals, futures, and more. FanDuel favorites in the tournament: Duke,
Yep.
Arizona, Michigan, Florida. That's the number one seeds.
Yep.
But Duke getting the nod for the number one-est of the number one. I saw our Miami, Ohio Redhawks officially qualified for the tournament.
Hell yeah, they did.
What do you think their number is on FanDuel? Plus what?
To win the whole
To
thing?
win the tournament.
How high can it
8,000.
go? Way more. Like
How high?
50,000.
Yeah, almost. Plus 100,000.
Oh, Jesus.
I had to count the numbers of zeros.
Should we?
I was like, I didn't know it could go that high.
Should we?
They look good last night.
They shoot the three ball, don't they?
They look good every day. And even if we lose, $300 back in bonus bets.
We can't lose. Yeah.
If you use the token.
Okay.
You have to use the token. And you can mix things up with same game parlays for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to fill out your bracket, FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the action day after day. So visit the FanDuel Sportsbook app today. FanDuel, it is time to dance.
Yeah, it is. Just to correct myself, I said 7.5 games. The Bucks were back from the 10th spot. They're 6.5.
How dare you?
I'm so sorry.
They've got a chance.
No, there's 14 games left. Here's the part. Here's my favorite part. They're not winning when Giannis even is playing.
Yeah.
So it's not like you put them back in, they win every game, and you take them out, they lose every game. That's not even the case now. So
Yeah.
shut them down, prioritize draft positioning, and go from there.
Well, it's not really, you're not really prioritizing draft position.
With the way the Pelicans are playing, and because there's a whole thing with the lesser of the two with the Hawks, right? With the Bucks and the Pelicans pick. Sorry.
So what you're saying that they could finish.
Well, I'm saying it's still in the Bucks' best interest to not be winning games.
Yeah. What's the spread though, between the Pels and the? It doesn't matter because the Hawks get the best of Bucks or Pelicans.
Yes.
Right.
So it doesn't really matter if they finish with fewer wins than the Pelicans.
Sure. Okay. But it would matter for their chances to obviously jump into a top 4 position with the worst record they have where they are. The Bucks themselves I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The Bucks are
But that would go to the Hawks anyways if they jump into the top 4.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You're right.
This is a bad
The Pelicans
season. They're in a
don't
bad
care.
spot.
They have no incentive to lose. And the Bucks, they do actually still in terms of keeping their pick.
That's true.
So.
Well, they're finishing 9th or 10th in terms of the worst record. Where the lottery balls fall, who knows? But really, if you look at the records, they're finishing in the 9th or 10th spot. No matter if Giannis plays or not, they're not jumping, and they're not falling all that far. So that's where they are, and there's not a big difference between the 9th and 10th best odds, or the 9th and 10th odds of getting the number 1 pick. It's teeny tiny. It's like whatever it is.
It's going to be an exciting draft lottery. Yeah. It's going to be quite exciting.
When is that? May?
It is in May.
Yeah. Can't wait.
I bet it's the 27th.
They always dust off Heather Cox. I don't think they did last year, but I always pretend that they do.
May 10th.
Okay.
Nice wedgie day.
All right. March Madness tips today.
Yeah, it does.
We got games on all day, tomorrow. And we look at it with an NBA glasses, an NBA lens.
That's
and
right.
You've got some prospects to keep an eye on.
12:15 start today.
Oh, I said 12:10. Okay.
Yeah. Buckeyes versus Horned Frogs. Ohio State versus Texas Christian University. These are my top 10 March Madness draft prospects. So if there's a guy that's not going to be playing in the tournament, he's not on the lists. And I kind of broke this down. This is 10 players, but I kind of broke it down as like we got our top 3 that everybody knows about. We got a big chunk of guards that I got some opinions on.
Yep.
And then we got some dudes that I think just might be decent.
Okay. And so you said like Caleb Wilson is not playing.
He ain't
so
on this
he's
list.
Not on this list. Okay.
He would have been number 4.
Because we can't actually watch him here in March Madness.
We can't view him. You can look at his tape. You can say, is that a young Kevin Garnett? Maybe it is.
Okay. Well, cheers.
But my number 1 draft prospect, Cameron Boozer, the forward from Duke. Looks like the strongest man on earth when he's playing. Thick legs. Shoots the ball well. Great passer. The only thing he can't do is highlight dunks. Not a lights out athlete, but probably going to be the player of the year in the NCAAs. And as we know, Duke is the favorites according to FanDuel. They play against the Siena Saints today at 2:50 p.m. Eastern.
What's the line for that game? 32?
It's got to be pretty big.
28?
Got to be pretty big.
Something like that.
But yeah, I'm a Boozer guy.
I am as well in stuff I've seen from him. But you're right. He's not super athletic. I mean, look, he's shades of Carlos. Let's be honest.
Shades of
Carlos
Carlos.
Boozer had a great career though, and I think he is better.
Better dunker?
Will he go by Cam? Is he just going to be a Cam? It's not going to be a full name Cameron, is he?
There's not a lot of full name Camerons right now.
No,
I
Cam
agree.
Boozer, fun name. I have like a little blurb. Danny Chow always makes some fun comparisons to some of the guys, TK, so I'll sprinkle some in here. Danny said for The Ringer, Cam Boozer is the Tim Duncan of Antoine Walker's. It's a fun comparison.
Those are two guys that are very different.
Right.
Yeah.
But the Tim Duncan of Antoine Walker's. That's what Cam Boozer is, according to Danny Chow. That's funny.
Not quite exactly like Tim Duncan, but Sam Vecini said that Boozer is, quote, the safest bet in the class to become a remarkably productive player. So, super productive, long career. Better dunker than the Booze? Than Papa Booze?
I think
so.
Yeah,
I think he's more
probably.
athletic, a little bit more. But he's also, I'm thinking older Carlos Boozer in my head to a kid still in Cam, so of course he is, but yeah.
And
23 points per game, 10 rebounds, 4 assists per game. Pretty good. Shooting 56 from three.
He's very stoic.
Yes.
That's where the Tim Duncan comp
Tim.
is apt, but he is very even-keeled for sure.
And got the best odds to be the most outstanding player via FanDuel at plus 410.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I see there are 27.5-point favorites
Oh.
today against the Saints.
Ooh. All right.
That's a big line.
Now, we did learn that Doug Miller does not have a beard, so could have an impact on that line. Yeah, could.
Will Cam Boozer yell and one like Carlos Boozer?
He should.
I hope so.
But I don't think he's like that. That's where he's different than
You're
Dad.
probably right.
I think his dad played with a little more emotion in that sense, or like showed it at least.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
My number 2 draft prospect, Dybantsa. Dybantsa. We'll find out on draft night, which is the official NBA pronunciation. And then we'll go from there. Sometimes to me, he looks like Tracy McGrady. Sometimes he looks like RJ Barrett, but he is leading the NCAA in scoring as a freshman. Seems to be kind of non-committal on defense, but 25 points per game on 51% shooting, 34% from three. He could get there, but he's more of a driver with some incredible touch, incredible athleticism. He plays today against Texas at 7:25 p.m.
Okay. Danny wrote, AJ has an opportunity to redefine the power wing mold, especially if his defensive motor catches up with his immense physical affordances. Imagine Pascal Siakam bonded to and emboldened by an alien life form.
Whoa.
Damn. Siakam.
Imagine
Meshed
Pascal Siakam.
with an alien life form. That could be AJ. And if that's the case, I am so in.
Scary.
I know.
He's got like a little AJ that comes out of his mouth. That'd be cool too. But yeah, he looks like he's the real deal, and he plays like 40 minutes a game sometimes.
Yeah,
but BYU's just not good enough around him, I guess, right? Is that why?
I think their second best player had an injury that took him out for the rest of the season.
Oh yeah,
A knee
Richie
injury.
Saunders.
Yeah,
Richie Saunders. Yes. Because Dybantsa's got the 66th best, worst, however you look at it, most outstanding player odds.
And that's just for the tournament.
Yeah.
So there's
mop.
no way they go deep enough, sort of thinking, right?
They're like a 6 seed, I think.
Well, we had Texas beating them, I think.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, they're going down.
We got the upset happening, guys.
Yeah, he's plus 40,000. That's 66. That's So no prospect on them winning, I suppose.
Number 3 for me, Darryn Peterson, the guard from Kansas. The stories for him this season have been all about his crampy legs and his minutes restriction and him maybe pulling himself out of the game when he's hit his stuff. Kind of weird. I would say the crampy legs and little injuries are a little bit more worrying to me than him saving himself for the NBA. Like, guys do that in the NFL. Or NCAA going into the NFL all the time. It's just weird to see load management for a college kid when you're this young. But he looks a little less athletic than we was playing against other high schoolers in high school. But he still looks like he's an awesome player. Yeah. I think he's been comped to like a taller Donovan Mitchell. He's got a deep bag. He shoots the ball well. He can score off the dribble. He is a really, really good athlete. They don't play until tomorrow. Kansas doesn't against Cal Baptist.
Cal Baptist. Okay,
The proselytizers.
Good luck to them.
Yeah, good luck to them.
Danny wrote, seeing Peterson's frustrating freshman season unfold has felt akin to watching Carlos Alcaraz circa 2023.
Okay.
We're getting basketball to tennis comps from Danny. I love that. But he's saying these this idea like lingering issues have affected his public perception.
Yes.
But the tools and his two-way play and production are just like, this guy could be one of the draft crown jewels.
Yeah,
So,
and
should
he
be.
is number 1 on a lot of boards.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. I saw some people was like, is there concern, like, are these like warning signs, like, his drive or his willing ability or wanting to play? Is it like a Ben Simmons situation here? Like maybe we should have saw the writing on the wall a little bit. Or is it like, no big deal, who cares? The injuries, like Jalen Johnson barely played, other guys, same thing.
Sure.
Like, it's probably the latter. But
Exactly.
who knows?
It was the same with Anthony Edwards. They're like, does this guy
Yeah,
like basketball or does he just play basketball because he's awesome at it?
Yeah.
But it turns out he likes it and he is awesome at it.
Well, yeah.
But it's the injuries and illnesses, cramps that are the issue, apparently, right?
Yeah, I don't like a guy that already has leg injuries.
No.
Coming into the league.
No.
But I mean, maybe that's just a college thing. You know, Steph Curry was injury prone at the beginning of his NBA career as well, and then was super healthy and became an all-time great.
Yeah.
It could go either way.
There's quite the range here.
Yeah, there is. It definitely feels like, depending on who gets 1, 2, 3 in the draft, like you could have your board any different way. You could have Dybantsa as the number 1. You could have Peterson as the number 1, and then I don't know, maybe teams will actually be drafting for fit. Like that's kind of weird to do. And when you're picking in the top 3, especially with huge prospects like this, but I don't know, like Utah's a weird one. Carlos Boozer literally works for the Jazz, but they just traded for Jaren Jackson Jr. They got Lauri Markkanen. They want to bring Walker Kessler back. Does it make sense to bring in another forward? I don't know. So we'll see.
And we
those
talked,
are my top 3.
When we were filling out our bracket, we were hoping we get a Peterson versus Boozer next weekend in the
That's right.
Sweet 16.
Yep, Sweet 16.
If they win their 2 games here. Yeah.
All right, so that's the top 3 in my view. At number 4, I got Darius Acuff Jr., a guard from Arkansas. Skeets, this is your guy because he's the next John Calipari guard. He's moved on from Kentucky. So all those guys he built that you loved, he's now doing it in Arkansas. To me, he's a little bit more of a Jamal Murray than a Tyrese Maxey in that he's not like a crazy athlete. He uses craft and skill to get into his shots. He's a good scorer. He's a good creator. He's a good shooter. He's small. He's not a great defender, but the man is an absolute bucket.
Yeah, Danny wrote, given his stature as a sturdily built 6'2" lead guard with a powerful crossover and the ability to get his spots in the mid-range, the image of Darryn Williams is hard to shake.
The image of Darryn.
So that was the comp there, too.
Okay.
So I'm going to like this guy, yeah? All right. Yeah, he's a little small, for sure, but sturdily built.
Darryn Williams was certainly sturdily built.
Yeah, man.
23 per
Darryn
game.
Williams was damn good.
Yeah, he was. U of I legend. 23 per game, 6.5 assists, 45 from 3. Can shoot it as a catch and shoot guy as well. He just doesn't do anything for you defensively.
Yeah.
There's going to be flaws with everybody outside of the top 3, I do believe.
Okay, but you got him pretty high, for sure.
Darius Acuff. Cool name.
Arkansas Razorbacks.
Yeah, he's a hog. Love the hog. Kingston Flemings is my 5th draft prospect. He's a guard from Houston. He's a speed demon with a questionable shot. We've heard that mix a lot of times in NBA history. John Morant was one of those guys. De'Aaron Fox, I think, is a decent comp for him in that he is tall, he's skinny, he's fast. You got some questions about his off-the-dribble three-point shooting, but he's good in the mid-range. Houston plays tonight against Idaho Vandals at 10:10 p.m. Late game.
Kingston Flemings.
Kingston.
What a name, man. What a name. Yeah, Danny did talk about how he has this incredible, he's super fast, like you said, the burst, but has incredible leaping ability off 1 or 2 feet. That's fun. Comparisons, Kevin Johnson and Stevie Francis himself there. Those are some athletes.
Yeah.
At the point guard position. So
Steve Francis was sturdily built, I would say, as well.
Yeah, I guess he was.
Yeah, and the first Flemings in NBA history once he gets drafted. Only a Fleming.
Yeah, first plural Flemings, huh?
It's a great
we've
name.
had the singular.
Yeah, we have one currently, but there's been a few others, but all just Fleming.
And we could see
Full
a lot
stop.
of this guy because he's on Houston, 2 seed. They should go
They win a
far.
lot
They
lately.
win a lot. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. My number 6 prospect, Keaton Wagler, guard from Illinois, came out of nowhere, and he's going to be a top 10 pick. He's a great shooter. He's a smart passer. He's very tall for a guard. I think he's listed at 6'6". He is very skinny. Not a great athlete, but he has a lot of good savvy. To me, he's got a little bit of Kevin Martin in his game, and I mean that as a compliment. I think
Wow.
Kevin Martin a little bit underrated. Honestly, he's probably properly rated, but I was always a Kevin Martin fan. I thought he was good. Worst case, Julian Strother. Medium case? How about Austin Reeves?
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what Danny
Like,
made a comp to.
He's a good shooter. He's got good craft.
Yeah.
And he just makes smart plays all the time. Illinois plays against Dalton Scantleberry's Penn team tonight at 9:25 p.m. Eastern.
Danny wrote, the first thing you notice with Keaton is the utter lack of explosiveness. I was like, whoa, not a start I want to hear in my
really
blurb.
sticks out, huh?
But then brought up like he has like this, you lose sight of like his toughness, this sleight of hand, and he can draw a lot of free throws. And that's where the Austin Reeves comparison comes in. And he gets to the line a lot for a guy that's maybe a little more slight and doesn't like jump off the page with explosiveness. So, yeah, I like a tall point guard too.
Yeah.
I'm always in on that. Illinois, let's go.
Yeah. Hopefully Steve can get some TV time tonight on the cruise ship.
Steve Kirby, your father. Yes. Not Steve Francis.
Yeah, I wonder if he's tuning in. I wonder what Steve Francis is up to. You don't want to see that guy in an elevator. Trust me.
Oh, you had a moment with him.
I gave him a compliment. He wanted to fight me. Does it say anything about that in Keaton Wagler's scouting profile?
No.
Nice in elevators. Strength or weakness? You tell me. Number 7 draft prospect, Brayden Burries. Great name again.
Another good name.
Brayden Burries. He's a guard from Arizona. To me, a kind of a Drew Holiday style, do-it-all point guard who brings it on the defensive end. He's the best player on one of the best teams. I think I just said they were second in FanDuel odds. He defends the ball. He runs the offense. He's maybe like a good at everything, not great at anything sort of type, but that can net out to a really good player. Like if he adds the 3-point shot, he could be like Nickeil Alexander-Walker or, like I said, Drew Holiday, in that he can score a little bit. He can defend a lot. He can do a lot of good things out there. Arizona doesn't start until tomorrow. They play Long Island University at 135.
It's got the 3rd best most outstanding player odds.
Okay.
At plus 950.
Best guy on a good team. Makes sense.
Very good team.
Can he dunk? This guy got hops?
Brayden Burries.
Because if he does, we're calling him Brayden Bunnies.
Brayden Bunnies.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Let me see what he's got here. Okay, his BPM is good. His steals are good. He can dunk. Yeah.
Okay, great.
He's 6'4".
I'll be calling him that by
Brayden
Monday
Bunnies.
after he has the dunk of the weekend.
Excellent.
Called it first. No one's ever called him that.
Yeah, I
Those
want
are
to
your
call
guards.
him Berries. Brayden Berries.
Sherry's Berries.
He's got some
Sherry's Burries.
sweet moves.
That's
You
not
know,
bad.
You know,
Bury a shot too.
bury a shot.
Yeah, like what if
Bury
he
a deep
maybe has
bomb.
like a gravedigger celebration? Brayden buries you.
Play the Undertaker music.
Yeah.
The dong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel
Drop
free
the
to
lights.
consult the No Dunks
Yep.
Inc. branding
We got lots of
services, and we'll
ideas.
come up with a nickname for any of these college players.
And you made the comp already. I saw Danny say dead ringer for Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
okay, good. A lot of guards. It's a lot of guards in this draft
Yeah.
class. They seem to be the most highly rated players, except for you got Boozer and Dybantsa
Yeah,
up top
up
as
top.
forwards. The center depth is kind of all over the place. There's some like gigantic dudes. There's a couple of 7'2", 7'3" guys. And when you're that size and you can move, you got a chance. But none of them made my board. Number 8, though, from the University of Michigan, Yaxel Lendeborg.
Yaxel.
Yaxel Lendeborg. He's old. He's going to be 24 at the start of the NBA season.
Oh, my God.
Well, he's a big old man. And he has man strength. To me, the best of the wing class here. He's switchable on defense. He's got like a 7'4" wingspan despite being despite being only 6'9". He just makes a bunch of plays. He's a streaky shooter. He's a decent passer. He seems like a jack of all trades sort of offensive player. I saw he was comped to PJ Washington. I think that's kind of interesting. Like if PJ Washington is shooting it well, that's good. He can handle, he can make plays in the same way that Lendeborg can. Michigan plays today against Howard at 7:10 p.m.
Danny wrote that the Yaxel has the frame and skill set to be one of those 16-game players that Draymond Green talks about. So maybe this guy's an impact player there.
Yeah, maybe.
I like that. But yeah, he's sort of like this tweener guy.
He is a tweener guy.
Yeah.
He talk about solidly built. This guy is thick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yaxel.
The Yaxel is strong on the chassis.
The Yaxel is strong on the chassis. Maybe he'll get drafted to the Pistons. That would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yaxel the Axel.
Oh, when he hits
a
a
great
three, does he hit any threes? I know. Yeah, he
He
must
had
be
some
able
threes,
to.
yeah.
Triple Yaxel.
I
I could do this all day, man.
Jumps with triple spin.
Well, I didn't think of that, but that would be
That would
sick.
be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought definitely more was figure skating.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the triple
But I
Yaxel,
didn't
but it's
think.
not a
I didn't
three,
picture.
it's
I'm just saying he hits a three. It's a triple Yaxel. But you guys are saying he needs to actually pull that out as a celebration.
That would be impressive, man.
I mean, yeah, I could teach him the 360 jump fart.
I think you should.
Yeah,
We'll put that in our.
but I don't know if I could
Our
spin
deck.
2 more times.
That is amazing, huh? They spin that many times.
It's one of the
on
most
skates.
incredible things in the goddamn world. We just take it for
granted, yeah.
granted. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're right.
that
We do, yeah.
and marathon runners. We do. We know they're impressive. We go, well, that's wild, but we don't really.
Elite marathon runners are.
It's the dumbest
Great
thing. It's the
athletes.
dumbest thing in the world.
Yeah. But okay, we've never seen a 720 in the dunk contest.
No.
Do you think NBA players can jump and spin 3 times in the air before landing?
I don't.
It's a lot of spins.
I don't. I mean, yeah.
I mean, they're not trained for it.
No,
that's part of it.
Yeah. It's a lot of spins.
I would like to see that as part of the combine. How many spins can you do in a single jump?
Yeah, there's guys they're doing quads, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, the quad guy is on a different level. He would be a top 10 pick this year easily.
Yeah, he can do it on skates.
That is amazing.
It is amazing. Sports science. Get into it.
How come our NBA players can't spin? That's what I want them to find out. At number 9.
It's because they're not on skates.
Well,
Yeah.
Wait, you think the skates help them spin?
Yeah, because you're going way
Yeah,
faster.
the speed helps.
You
can't-
think a player is skating faster than an NBA player running at full speed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
If we're talking about try and do a jump, yes.
I guess we got to ask sports science. I don't know if I agree with you.
I am talking out of my ass. Sorry about.
Well, we all
the
are.
fart-
That's
fart
okay.
talk
Yeah, we have
here.
no idea what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. But I
This whole
assume it's-
segment, if we're being honest, I don't barely know these guys.
It's all right. I read 3 more articles than you did.
Yeah, I mean, at least I did some reading.
Everybody on skates is underappreciated. Even hockey players are underappreciated. They are.
Preach.
They are.
Okay.
How
Tell me you're
fast.
Canadian without telling
Yeah.
me
No,
you're
no,
Canadian.
no.
I take the opposite. I think that hockey athleticism is overrated. You want to impress me? Play more than 2 minutes at a time.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew he was going to say it.
I mean, every other sport plays more than 2 minutes at a time, but you're right. 2 minutes is tough. And then when it's at the highest intensity, 40 seconds. 40 seconds.
That's
You go
how-
down and back 3 times. Come on.
Yeah, that's how hard it is to skate that fast. I mean, they're going, what, 3 times faster than a basketball player?
I got to know top speed. I got to know top speed of Pavel Bure, blue line to blue line, mixed with Serge Ibaka going from baseline to free throw line.
We can get Austin Matthews' mustache on this show to tell you how fast he's going, because it's fast.
It's fast.
I guess Connor McDavid might be the fastest skater right now.
Yeah, he's quick. He's quick, no doubt about it.
I don't even know if Austin Matthews is that fast, but I just know his name and I know he's mustachioed. But
He's got a knack for the
Okay,
net.
frequently reaching top speeds over 24 miles per hour. That's
probably-
nearly 40 kilometers an hour. Kilometers an hour.
NBA top speed.
That is freaking fast.
Okay, Russell Westbrook, highest recorded speed in the NBA, reaching approximately 21 to 22 miles per hour.
Okay.
Wow.
that's very fast.
Right? Right? You're telling me Westbrook can't spin twice in the air? Twice, maybe 3
I
times.
didn't say not twice.
We'll see if he can do a triple Yaxel. This is all because the guy's name is Yaxel Lendeborg.
Lendeborg.
Like, okay, hold on. Connor McDavid can't skate and then jump and spin 3 or 4 times and land. So,
Also
and he's
true.
a professional skater.
That's right. That's right.
So
You're just making my case for me.
Yeah.
Number 9.
I've lost track of what we're arguing now. I don't know where we are anymore. Get back to
My positions are quite clear. NBA players should be able to do a triple axel. They are better athletes than anybody in the NHL as well.
Wow.
And
Okay,
they go
well,
as
I mean-
fast as a figure skater can.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
You're telling, come on, you would not put Connor McDavid anywhere near Russell Westbrook in year 18 as an athlete. You cannot say that to me.
I mean,
Cannot say that
We're
to
talking
me.
about 2 different
Yeah,
sports.
we-
It's
Yeah,
tough.
we're talking about one with equipment and one where you're using your body.
Yeah.
It'd be like
sure.
telling me
I
an
got- I
F1
got a
driver is the best athlete.
I
out
got
there
a
'cause they
counter
go
to this.
220
I
miles
got a
per
counter
hour.
to this.
Give me John Daly.
Back in the 80s, here's my perfect counter to this. Back in the 80s, I think it was 80s, it was like Wide World of Sports or
Okay.
something. It was a bunch of athletes from all different sports, and Wayne Gretzky waxed them.
In what?
They did
the
like
race.
sprints, they did
no,
other
they-
shit.
he
He was an incredible athlete.
Okay, I believe
Well,
it. I
no,
believe
no.
it.
There
was the great
there,
one.
There was a 100-meter race with a tennis player.
Yeah.
It was Gretzky versus
The soccer player
Bjorn
too?
Borg.
Yeah,
Was it Pele? Was it Pele?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a 4th in there.
But they did
so he
other
crushed
events.
a tennis player, a soccer player,
What's that called?
who was super fast.
All right,
and
when are you
super
going to get to the
talented.
good athletes in the NBA?
Yeah, it was
Bjorn
Sugar Ray
Borg.
Leonard. He beat,
Sugar
okay,
Ray
it was
Leonard.
Sugar
All right,
Ray.
I'm waiting.
1982. We gotta go back.
I'm waiting.
He crushed him.
I would take 82 Jordan over any of those athletes.
Give me 82 Gretz.
This is a great argument. At number 9 is Dailyn Swain.
It was a 60-meter dash, by the way.
60-meter
my bad.
dash.
That's
Yeah,
my bad.
Wayne didn't want to run for more than
No.
30 seconds.
this
He's like,
sounds-
that's too long.
That sounds
100
like
meters? No way.
that's like the Michael Johnson versus Ben Johnson race.
Ben Johnson.
Yeah. Do I have that race correct?
Who's Ben Johnson?
Oh, Donovan Bailey. My bad.
Donovan Bailey.
Yeah. Michael Johnson versus Donovan Bailey. He's a chicken. He's a chicken. 150-meter race. Go on.
At number 9, Ilya Malinin. No, sorry, Dailyn Swain. He's a forward from Texas. This guy gets buckets.
Okay.
One-on-one player, gets downhill. He's a really good athlete. Doesn't really shoot the ball all that well, but I liked him in the first 4. He just looks like a Najee Marshall type.
Okay.
Puts a lot of pressure on the rim. I don't know if he's as good of a playmaker as Marshall is, but definitely looks like a scorer. He plays today at 725, and I think, does he go against Darryn Peterson? Is that right? Or no, he goes against
Oh wait,
Dybantsa?
No, you might be
That's
right.
who it is. I think it's BYU,
BYU
play
and
against
Texas. Yeah, that's right.
So that'll be a cool matchup because I guess Swain and Dybantsa could guard each other. They're similar sized, but I don't know.
Some people I saw didn't even have this guy like maybe lottery pick. So I was like, ooh, TK's
I got me a guy.
going deep. Yeah,
Got me a guy here.
Yeah, he's not even in the odds for most outstanding
Yeah,
player.
okay, there you
He's
go.
not
So
even.
this is a must-watch Trey Kirby.
That's right. Tap in because they might lose tonight. But at number 10, my final prospect, Labaron Philon, a guard from Alabama. And if I'm not mistaken, Lendeborg is a senior. He's played forever. Like I said, he's going to be 24 at the start, but this is the only other guy that is not a freshman. He was a potential first rounder last year, came back to Alabama, had a lot more responsibility because they lost an All-American in Mark Spears. So Philon took over as the main creator. He scores, he passes, he shoots. He's probably like more of a second guard in the NBA along like a Dennis Schroeder type where he can handle the ball but can play off the ball as well. Alabama, very high scoring team. They play against Hofstra tomorrow at 3:15.
The comp cloud from Danny was Ryan Rollins, Andrew Nemhard, and Dennis Schroeder, like you said.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So these guys that have the ability to ramp up or scale back their respective usage depending on the situation. That's apparently Philon. Is that what you said his name is?
Philon.
Philon.
Labaron
Philon.
A freshman, right? Yes.
He's a
Oh,
sophomore.
A sophomore,
he's a
my
second
bad.
year guy. Yeah.
Okay. Some names to watch.
Yep.
And we'll see if anybody does a triple axle.
We will see.
You will immediately jump to the top of Trey Kirby's draft prospect board if somebody can do a
Would you
3-spin jump.
watch that at NBA All-Star Weekend? We get 10 of the best athletes. We're not even asking them to dunk. We're seeing how many spins you can do.
Sure, and like do a bunch of like things like that. Do a bunch of dumb challenges.
Yeah.
Like a hand-eye coordination challenge
Sure.
and other things. Yeah, let's find out who the
Be
best
interesting.
athlete is.
Yeah.
Good list, TK.
Thanks, man.
Good stuff.
Yeah, decathlon. Just an underrated Olympic event. That's 10 sports.
2 days. 2.
More than 2 days, is it?
They do it over 2 days, I think.
Oh.
That's part of the incredible achievement.
That's 10 sports for one person. Who would you take? Of all the players we just named in 10 sports in 2 days.
Connor McDavid.
10 sports, 2 days. I don't know about current, but Zach LaVine would have a good chance.
We're saying the 10 sports in the decathlon?
Yeah, I think we have
Yeah,
to do
man.
that.
I mean, yeah, wow.
What should we just
It's a lot of running.
Thompson twins.
It's a lot of running, man.
Are
But then there's some
getting
throw-in
invited.
ones. Yeah, the Thompson twins.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
yeah, they can throw a javelin. I don't know if we can name all 10.
I mean, LeBron,
Anyway.
when he was young, he would have been
Oh, yeah.
probably top of the list.
yeah.
Well, boy of the night, sponsored by no one. Not a sponsor today.
Huh.
Yeah.
Everybody's focused on March Madness.
Could have had a
Not
good
giving
one.
money
Yeah.
to an NBA show.
Could have had a good one. But this is unsullied by sponsorship today. Luka Doncic scored a game-high 40 points. Lakers beat the Rockets by 8. The dunk. Shot 12 of 25 from the field. 7 three-pointers made. You said it was his most three-point attempts ever? Is that what you said, Tess?
Yeah, he tied
missed that. Or
his
tied
career
it.
high.
Okay.
17, yeah.
9 of 14 at the line. Like to see that get a little bit better, Luka. What's going on there? But 9 boards, 10 dimes, 1 steal. 38 minutes of action. Luka winning another whoa boy. So he's got a couple of those. All right, you said the Clippers are playing the Pels again, and that is our pick'em game. And I really need a win here. I'm 4-9. You guys are both 8-5. We're starting to run out of dates in March here.
Yeah, it's basically a pick'em in New Orleans. They're favored by 1.5. The Clippers just get to hang out there for a second night, back to back. You at 4-9 Skeets had the opportunity, the right to pick before.
Yeah.
I don't know, at least somebody up top. I'm surprised you took New Orleans
Taking the Pels.
to beat the Clippers twice.
This is their Super Bowl. Playing great, man.
They are.
Playing great. I mean, is Kawhi gonna play?
On a back-to-back.
I mean, I don't know.
That's a question.
I don't know. But they are playing well. And
I assume
no
Kawhi
reason to
is.
lose.
He has been playing back-to-backs.
But just came back, so
Yeah.
who knows? Yeah, okay, so you guys got the clips. But
No
you're right.
Mathurin,
It's
though, I don't
basically
think.
a basic
No
pick 'em
Mathurin,
here.
yeah.
I saw Bogdanovich last night.
Strange.
I think it was his third game of 2026. Literally forgot about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
But most people will be watching the madness today.
Watching the madness.
But we'll be watching some NBA action tonight. Hopefully, you guys join us for the drop tomorrow. Maybe some worst of the week nominees, rapid fire, all the staples on a Friday. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about the NCAA first slate of games too. So join us at 10 a.m. Eastern. If you're a Survivor fan, actually, hold on. If you're a Zach Brown fan, come join us on No Buffs today at 1 p.m. Eastern. Your own YouTube feed, own podcast feed. That link is in the show notes. Nora will join us here in the Classic Factory to talk about episode 4, which did feature there on the left, Zach Brown.
A lot of Zach.
Oh, God, it was a lot of Zach Brown.
attack.
Yeah. JD was angry in the Slack channel last night, so I can't wait to hear. I always love a fired up JD on a Survivor No Buffs podcast. So
Yeah.
that'll be good.
Slack attack on Zach.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah. We weren't watching it in our house, and I shared JD's thoughts with Danielle. I said, I laughed, I chuckled. I thought, this is great that we're not watching it because apparently it's not so good.
No.
If you like spearfishing, though.
If
you like
You like-
spearfishing as
Is that
much
in
as
the
Zach
decathlon?
Brown?
That sounds like a
Zach
good
Brown
sport.
looks in shape. I'll give him that.
Oh yeah, I saw him knees down. Looked very in shape. His calves look good.
Yeah, he had short shorts.
He went real short on the short. All right, we're talking Zach Brown and Survivor later today, but back tomorrow, like I said. Until then, Clipper Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, sports are great. We just talked about so many different athletes.
Oh my God.
Including Wayne Gretzky, who I always thought was a super skinny guy while playing. And he was.
He was a wet noodle.
Guess his noodle weight. While he was playing.
How tall is Wayne Gretzky?
About 6.
Yeah, he's not big. Yeah.
That,
6 feet,
that
6
seems
feet.
tall to me for a hockey player.
yeah,
I don't know.
that's-
I don't know how tall hockey players are.
What was his weight? I don't know.
Is that what the skates
190?
170.
Well, okay, that's light.
Yeah. I mean, listed sometimes as 180, but you know.
I went way
That's
with
with
the
shoulder
gear.
pads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how they measure them.
Brace the day, people.